Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I am Josh Davis, also known as Crash. Today is Thursday, June 2nd, 2022, and I'm here to talk to you guys about the Major League Baseball slate and games happening today. If you're new to our channel, if you would give us a like and hit the subscribe button, and then after you've subscribed, please hit the alarm bell in the upper right-hand corner to turn your notifications on, and that will let you know if a new podcast has been added to the channel. Our presenting sponsor today is Prizepicks. If you go to prizepicks.com, use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word. They will 100% match your first deposit up to $100, so make sure you join Prizepicks. They have a really nice contest right now going on for the NBA Finals. I think it's a 5-day challenge, basically. And after the 5 days, you'll be eligible for a free entry to win up to $5,000. So definitely want to join Prizepicks if you haven't already. We've been winning with our Prizepicks plays all year, and we'll continue, doing that going forward. If you haven't joined DFS Coach Talk yet, you can join us at dfscoachtalk.com. We have memberships that start as low as a 3-day membership for $10. And we've really been on a heater lately, especially in our Major League Baseball plays. Coach has been on fire, had a big night again last night. And I think it's been about a week now that he's been just absolutely killing it. So definitely want to join DFS Coach Talk if you haven't already, dfscoachtalk.com, and we'd love to have you. So I'm going to be going over the 7-game main slate today on FanDuel. There's 6 games on Draftkings on the main slate and then 5 on Yahoo. It's kind of split up between the 3 sites, but going to be looking at the top pitchers, the value pitchers, the fades, the BVP plays, which is batter versus pitcher for those of you that are new to that terminology, and then my home run call and our Prizepicks plays. So let's go ahead and get into it. My top pitcher play is going to be Sandy Alcantara. He is 11,000 on FanDuel, 8,800 on DraftKings. On DraftKings, he is on the 540 turbo slate, so you'll have to take a look at that. And, that's the slate that he's going to be on, so he's not going to be on the main slate on DraftKings, but he is on FanDuel. He's going up against the San Francisco Giants. He's had a decent amount of success against them. The main San Francisco batter that's given him some trouble has been Brandon Belt, and he's on the IL, and he's not expected to return to the lineup until tomorrow at the earliest. So Alcantara avoids him, so I like that. His last start, he was awesome. He was playing in Atlanta. He had 8 innings. He only allowed 1 run, and he struck out 14 for 73 fantasy points. So Sandy Alcantara is going to be my top pitcher play today. My value pitcher is going to be Adrian Houser. He's 9,100 on FanDuel, 8,500 on DraftKings. He had a little bit of a rough start in his last game against the Cardinals in St. Louis on Saturday. He pitched 4 innings. He allowed 5 runs with only 1 strikeout, but I think that he will bounce back tonight. He's going up against the Padres. He faced them a little over a week ago, last Monday in San Diego. And in that game, he pitched 6 innings. He struck out 4. He only allowed 1 run. And Manny Machado and Eric Hosmer are 2 of the top bats for the Padres. And Machado's 0 for 8, and Hosmer's 0 for 10 against Houser. So I like the matchup for him. And in their last 3 games, San Diego has the 8th highest strikeout rate. So I like that too. The other value plays that I like would be Jordan Lyles and Matthew Liberatore. Lyles is 9,000 on FanDuel. He's only 6,700 on DraftKings, so a much better price on DraftKings. Liberatore is 8,000 on FanDuel, 7,300 on DraftKings. Lyles is going up against Seattle. The only bat that's really had much success against him in their previous matchups has been Eugenio Suarez. So if he can avoid him, then he should have another good start. And then Liberatore was a lot better in his start against Milwaukee last week than he had been in his first start, which was his Major League Baseball debut against the Pirates. But against Milwaukee, he pitched 5 shutout innings. He struck out 6 for 39 fantasy points. He has a favorable matchup against the Cubs. They have the 6th highest strikeout rate, and they have the 3rd highest in the last 3 games. My fade pitcher is actually going to be Sean Manaea. He's 10-2 on FanDuel, 9,700 on DraftKings. He's allowed 3 runs or more in 6 straight games, and he's going up against the Brewers in Milwaukee. They've scored the 6th most runs per game at home with 5.3 compared to 4.16 on the road. And he has scored less than 40 fantasy points if you're going by the FanDuel scoring in 5 of his last 6 games. And with him being the 2nd most expensive pitcher on FanDuel and the most expensive on DraftKings, we're going to need at least 40, but preferably 50 fantasy points on FanDuel from him for him to meet value. So that's why I'm looking to fade Sean Manaea tonight. I would expect him to get some ownership, but I think that against that Brewers team in Milwaukee, I think it's just a tough matchup for him. My BVP play of the day is going to be Eduardo Escobar. He's 2,600 on FanDuel, 3,400 on DraftKings. He's hit 385 with 5 hits and 13 at-bats against Tony Gonsolin, with 2 singles, a double, and 2 home runs. So Eduardo Escobar, really good price on FanDuel at 2,600. He's going to be my BVP play for the day. My top stacks are going to be the Colorado Rockies. I like them going up against Ian Anderson in Coors. They're going to be chalky, I would imagine, along with the Braves on the other side. But I do like the Rockies more than the Braves. I just think that they have the better matchup here. I also like Baltimore against Chris Flexen. We've picked on him quite a bit this year, and Baltimore bats have been, pretty hot lately, so I like them. I do like the Cardinals a little bit against Keegan Thompson in Chicago. I think that they can, get some good hits on him. And then a GPP stack that I like a little bit is the Reds against Juan Adon. We've seen him struggle quite a bit this year, and playing in that small ballpark, I like the Reds a little bit as a GPP stack. My home run call is going to be Paul Goldschmidt. He has 2 home runs and 5 at-bats against Keegan Thompson. He's 313 against right-handed pitchers this year, with 8 of his 11 home runs coming up against right-handed pitchers. So I like Goldschmidt to hit a home run tonight. For my prize picks plays, which once again, if you haven't joined Prize Picks, go to prizepicks.com, use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word, and they will 100% match your first deposit up to $100. So for my prize picks plays, my first play is going to be Adrian Hauser over 24.5 fantasy score. He had 31 fantasy points against San Diego last Monday. He's been much better at home this year than on the road, and he has gone over this number in each of his 4 starts in Milwaukee this year. So I like the over here at 24.5 for his fantasy score. My second play is going to be Paul Goldschmidt over 7.5 fantasy score. He's gone over that number in 9 of his last 10 games. And I definitely think, especially if the wind will get a hold of a couple of balls that he hits or something like that, that he could, hit one out. But I definitely think he'll go over that 7.5 fantasy score. And then my last play is going to be Andrew McCutchen under 6 fantasy score. He's been in a drought lately. He scored 0 fantasy points in 6 straight games. He scored less than 6 in 8 of his last 10 games, and he has 5 at-bats. So it's a small sample size, but in 5 at-bats against Sean Manaea, he's gone 0 for 5. So I like the under on Andrew McCutchen's fantasy points. And that's it, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a quick podcast here today. Coach wasn't able to make it on the show with me today, but he will be back tomorrow, and we will be looking to keep this red hot streak up with our baseball plays. Once again, you can follow us. We're on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. I'm at JP Davis 1982. Coach is at Joe Servati. And we look forward to hope to have you join us in our Discord. We have a lot of great members in our Discord, and we have a nice, real nice community in there. And it's really like a family atmosphere in there. So we like to keep it, like a family. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys have a great day, and we're going to keep crushing Major League Baseball. We will be back again tomorrow, and we look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and Prize Picks. Thank you.